she has good faith. She's got a good job. She's smart. Like she's very sweet.
What about the looks?
I never asked about that. I just don't want to be set up by my parents.
Well, you can always ask.
I just feel like
Do you have a picture?
I don't ask for the picture.
Really?
I just don't want to be set up by my parents, dude.
What if she was a dime?
Oh. Welcome back to another episode, and welcome back, Jason.
Yo, what up?
He's back. He's back. Lost my sense of peace at home.
No, you didn't.
So what were you doing in Korea?
It's been 3 years since I've been to Korea, and I have not seen my family for that time. So I was just there, relaxing, catching up, and getting bombarded with questions about getting married and stuff like that.
Which is the topic of this video.
That's right.
Not marriage, but dating differences in Korea versus USA. So you spent 3 months in Korea, but you were home in rural part of Korea. Where were you?
I was in Yangpyeong, which is like an hour east of Seoul.
It looked really peaceful.
Yeah, it's farmland, people raising chickens and like corns on there. True, I actually picked up some like peppers, gochu, from my neighbor's yard.
Oh, nice.
Because it's just hanging out, you know.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna tell your neighbor. All right, so you were there for a month, and I'm sure they're happy to see you, catch up over the last 3 years, celebrate your recent accomplishment, graduating your PhD, and then the serious talk. You dating anybody? What are you trying to marry? And how much of that pressure actually affected you?
A lot. It's like one of the pinnacles of a person's life, especially at my age.
All right, fair. I think that's any parent's concern, and I think they have a right to be concerned. It's coming from a good place, because they want you to do well in school, they want you to have stability in your job, and then they want you to find someone who's going to be there with you.
Yeah. How about you? Do you feel any pressures from your parents?
Some of that was alleviated because my brother got married recently.
Oh, nice.
My older brother. So thank you, Eric. Thank you, Miwon. Actually, many siblings can relate.
Yeah.
If one of your siblings goes, then
there's less pressure on the other one.
I don't feel like a negative pressure. It's just they're very curious.
Yeah.
But they don't want to annoy me either.
I see.
They're not annoying me by asking me.
Yeah.
But they're asking me like, do you need help? Like, do you want me to set you up with like a church friend?
Yeah.
Always asking me about church friends, and I would prefer to meet somebody on my own. But they're like, oh, she has good faith. She's got a good job. She's smart. Like she's very sweet.
Yeah.
So
what about the looks?
I never asked about that. I just don't want to be set up by my parents.
Well, you can always ask.
I just feel like
do you have a picture?
I don't ask for the picture.
Really?
I just don't want to be set up by my parents, dude.
What if she was a dime?
Oh, wait a minute.
What if all these years,
I don't know.
Your parents were setting you up for like Miss Korea?
Are you guys okay with getting set up by your parents?
As long as it's an option, it's not something forced. It's okay.
Okay, fair. Maybe I was being too close-minded about it.
Yeah. Their ideals of who you should be dating.
Oh, true.
Your ideals of who you want to be dating is very different.
That's true, but I never give it a chance. So perhaps I'm being unfair. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Mom, I'm sorry too. Tell me, like, where are you right now?
Well, they know that I'm focusing on my career. So there's not like. I think it'd be different if I were just partying all the time.
Well, I mean, you can still like you can be serious about your career while dating someone seriously.
Oh, of course they want me to find someone. I mean, my dad was married by the time that he was my age.
Yeah.
So they have different notions.
Same with my dad. Like, and it was considered late.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think they realize that there is a generational difference. Anyway, that's enough about me.
Well, it's just like not just about you, but it's like the perspective of a guy living in New York City. It's like I should be living the fullest of my bachelorhood especially in my 30s. Oh, and that's generally expected and accepted. It's like, it's cool to be a bachelor. It's cool to like meet different people. Whereas I feel like in Korea, it's like, oh, you're kind of like a not serious person,
right.
And you don't have projectile in life.
Trajectory.
You don't have a trajectory in life.
Projectile vomit. You don't have a. I also think we're really lucky to be here. New York City is super forgiving in that way.
Yeah.
You can focus on your career till like you're 40, and no one's gonna blink, no one's gonna bat an eye because so what, you do you. And that's a huge difference.
For sure.
Korea versus, if we're going back to the Korea versus USA, it's just, you celebrate individualism here. Cool, he's 40, even if he's 45 and divorced, he's still looking for love. So what? He's happy. Let him do his thing. Why do you bother him? Whereas in Korea, it's like, dang.
Or just in Asian culture in general, it's like a fulfill your duty.
Right. You have an obligation.
Yeah. And one of them being is to get married and have kids, and then create a family of your own, and then have this like very like.
But in many ways, America celebrates that too. So I don't.
But it celebrates the individuality first, right? Because it's like you do whatever pleases you. Whereas like in Asian culture, it's like, oh, this is the way.
That is true. Because I did have a perfectly normal older friend. We call him a hyung in Korea. Single dude, extremely successful. Works out. And he was saying it's hard now. 40-year-old, he's like, dude, I'm 40. He's like, John, he's like, if I could give you advice as a hyung, don't do what I did. It made me really sad to hear that. This is like my friend going on dates as a 40-something-year-old dude in Korea. He's like, it's tough. There's a stigma.
For sure. No doubt.
So he said that he doesn't regret, but it's like maybe he should have thought about it, planned it a little bit better. Whereas here, I think it's still okay.
All right, let's take a break. I have some snacks for you. Are you hungry?
I am.
You like nuts?
I love nuts.
Bruh. Good news. I have so many different types of nuts for you.
I was born for this, bro. Wow, what is it, cotton candy or something?
You know those the crackling candies? They put that
Pop Rocks.
Yeah, Pop Rocks on nuts.
Well, I got something for you too, dude.
What is it?
Because you're aging and you need to get married soon, one of the best Korean face products.
Hera is actually one of my favorite Korean brands.
So Jason, where can we find these Korean products?
So these are from Platform K, which is a Korean-based shopping mall that sells famous Korean brands at the lowest prices in the US.
This website is unique in that it features for a length of time really hot deals on a specific category. Sometimes the time deals can be up to 70% off. Get a sweet deal on a product.
Huge discount. Whereas like you go on Amazon, you're gonna pay a premium.
Right.
So right now they are having special offers on healthcare products such as InBody, which is a scanner for measuring your body composition. My favorite part is that they recommend you like the hottest items in Korea at the moment. So you're not just getting like a secondhand things from last season.
Like you said, some of the hottest items, celebrity endorsed. You see them in some dramas. So not only will you save on the time deal, if you use our coupon, you can get an additional 5% off.
And then when you order over $50, you get a free shipping.
One thing I will mention, this site is in Korean. But don't worry, they have a customer support center and a chat for English users.
Alright guys, check out Platform K, and now back to the program.
So we automatically jump to like marriage or like family. But there's also like dating rituals or like dating customs. That are different in Korea versus America. I feel like I learned this the hard way because I didn't know that I had to celebrate like pigil or like 100th day anniversary. Or even like couple attire or like etching. They call it etching, right? Like what's calling etching? Like saying, for example, like calling your girlfriend by a certain like, nickname. So there are certain little things, like cute things,
like 자기야.
Right? You see on K dramas, and stop. I'm gonna throw up. Please save it for somebody else. No, stop. I don't know. Is it taken seriously among like 30-year-olds though? Maybe they don't care. Maybe it's like more like a teenager thing.
Well, I think there's like a universal sort of cultural mindset about like dating, that like the age doesn't matter.
No, I talk about the rituals.
Yeah, the rituals. It doesn't matter like how old you are.
But in Korea, they have pegil, like ibegil, like they like you have to have like couple. Some of them are couple or something.
Well, yeah, I guess when you're younger, those are taken more seriously.
Oh, only when you're younger?
Yeah.
You don't think like 30-year-olds do that?
Well, I can't personally speak because I haven't really like been with someone for 100 days in Korea.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
All right. So, are there any? Can you think of anything else that's like you got to do it in Korea, but you don't have to do it here, or vice versa.
I think something that Koreans take more seriously is like making, like having an official title to your relationship, like at a very early stage of a relationship. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Where here, like casual dating, is pretty common. You might see someone for a month or more.
True.
Without having an official title.
Wait, but Korea has, some.
Yeah, but their definition of some and the definition of some here is different. Where the some is like you're getting to know each other, like personally.
Yeah.
Like, but without actually having sort of
Skinship. Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is a stereotype or generalization rather. Skinship, which is actually not an English word.
Yeah.
Skinship is physical touch.
Yeah.
Is that looked down upon before you're dating?
I wouldn't say it's looked down upon, but I feel like in Asian culture and in Korea, people kind of want to have a official.
Is that
title.
still the case though?
Well, not as much, but it's still like statistically, I think.
Like hookups are more common here?
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah, but based off what statistic? Maybe we don't know. There were actually some viral TikToks of people, like visitors, kind of observing people in public, and the number of people in pairs was like astonishing to them. Because here you could see people walk around themselves, and there it seemed like at least along like the river, like Hangang, you to see couples, or like in parks, it's always people sitting in pairs. So there's certainly a cultural norm, I think, for that.